Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day and has had a good day so far. We have some more Club World Cup games. There is no Gold Cup games if I'm not mistaken, but MLS is back. So a lot of games to go through there. When it comes to the the Club World Cup, as I'm recording this video, there's actually no props up for those games. They only have goblins and demons when it comes to props, but they don't have any normal lines. But they do have MLS ones, and they don't even have the full games. But because it's such a big slate, I still have plenty of props to work with. So if I do have any added plays, which I expect at least maybe one or two, hopefully there will be in the pinned comment, because again, the lines for the Club World Cup haven't came out, and a lot of the MLS games haven't came out yet, and lines will still adjust. Lineups will be announced. So I do anticipate having more added plays. I should have more free time tomorrow. So if you do want any added plays, they would be in the pinned comment. So again, come back and check on those to see if I do have any. But other than that, I'll just get straight into the plays. My first player prop is Petar Musa to go higher than 2 shots at home for Dallas, going up against San Jose Earthquakes. He's averaged 2.63 shots per 90 so far, and he's had 2+ and 8 out of 12 starts. So that's a good hit rate there. But most of those misses are at home. He's only had 2+ and 2 out of 6 at home. But if you take a look at the games that he's missed, 3 of those unders were against tough matchups. Vancouver allowed the least amount of shots. Houston allowed the 7th least amount of shots. Philadelphia, the 2nd least amount of shots. And then Sporting, while they do allow shots, they took an early lead and they sat back and gave possession up. But I don't anticipate an early lead here. Besides, it's a good matchup against San Jose, who on average actually allowed the 8th most shots to opponents, which is good. He went over in one game against them last season with 3, and he's a player that last season, right now he's averaging 2.36 shots so far, but last season he was averaging 3.4 per 90, so he will shoot the ball. He's had a lot of tough matchups, but again, now he has a good matchup here, and he will take long shots. So far this season, he's taking 23 from inside the box, 7 from outside the box, and he is versatile. He's good in the air. He's taking 21 with his right, 5 with his left, 4 headers. And San Jose don't play possession, which means more possession for Dallas and more opportunities for him to take those shots. Hence why he went over last season. And at 2.0, I like the line at home. I like Petar Musa to go higher than 2 shots for Dallas going up against San Jose. And then the second player prop that I found so far that I like, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but it's Aljaz Ivacic to go higher than 3 saves at home for New England going up against Nashville. He's a good keeper. He's averaged 3.06 saves per 90, so he averages 3. It's whether he gets that 4th, and I believe he will. He has saved 76.6% of the shots on target that he's faced. That's really good. On average, a keeper usually saves around 67%. Good keepers save around 70 to 72, but he's all the way up to 76.6, so he's a really good keeper. He saves a lot of the shots that he faces, and a lot of it because he has to face a lot of shots. New England actually on average allowed the 2nd most shots to opponents at 15.1, so Nashville will get the opportunity to shoot. And not only do New England allow the 2nd most shots, they're playing against Nashville, who allowed on average the most saves to opposing keepers out of 30 teams. They on average allowed the most saves at 4.6. We need at least 3. They on average allow 4.6. We need just 4 of those. They average almost 5. We need just 4. And in 1 game this season and 2 games last season, he's had 3+ against them in all 3 games. Besides, it's also because Nashville away from home, they're not a clinical team. They've only converted 27% of the shots on target that they've taken away from home. And Nashville will shoot a lot. Nashville playing against a team that allow a lot of shots. Ivacic playing a team that allow a lot of shots on target, 2 keepers, saves, and this is a good matchup here, so I like this play. Good history. It was just Ivacic to go higher than 3 saves. Before I get into the moneyline plays, as always, I really appreciate if you just took a second to like the video and drop a comment as well if you would do that as well. It's a great way to support the channel. It boosts the video out to more people due to the algorithm, and I love to read the comments whenever I can. I haven't been able to read them as fast as I can these last couple of days because I've had to work, but I should have free time tomorrow. I love reading your guys' comments, whether it's just showing support, putting your own suggestions. Suggestions are always welcome and stuff like that. Hate, that's one thing, but suggestions, I'm always free to suggestions. So if you want to drop a comment, you're more than welcome to in the description. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. I also do let people know on my Discord, which is linked in the description, which is not a premium. It's completely free to join. I don't really believe in the premiums that people be selling, because at the end of the day, anybody can find these picks. It's just whether you put in the time and effort to watch these games and do the research. I really just don't believe in premiums. It's free to join. Like I said, I notify people when those videos are out, and it's also a good way to meet other people. They talk about their place. You could put your place, not just about soccer, but MLB, WNBA. Even people post CSGO, tennis, everything. Link in the description for that. A good community I'm trying to build. A good community that I do have. Link for that in the description. And the only form of premium that I have is my YouTube membership, which is linked. I don't hide any picks. The picks that you get are all the ones that I have. It's just for those that want to support the channel a little more, and you do get the picks out just earlier. I don't hide any, you just get them earlier. So if you're not a member, those that are, I already got these picks and this video before everybody else. So if you're interested in that, link for that in the description. Same thing with all the picks that you see on the screen is from a data app called Outlier. Link for that in the description. You get a free trial as well. The picture that you see on the screen for MLS is from that app. So if you want to join that, link for that as well. Same for everything else that I use. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. My first slip, I got this for -136, and the first play, Cincinnati plus 0.5 going up against Montreal. This essentially just means that Montreal won't lose the game. They're playing the worst home side in Montreal, who has yet to win a home game, which is good for us. They've drawn 3 and lost 4, and a big reason is because, one, they've only scored 5 goals in 7 home games, and they've also conceded 15, so they score on average less than 1 a game and concede on average more than 2 a game. And Cincinnati's offense is not the problem that they have when they played away from home. They have scored in 16 out of 18 games overall and 8 out of 10 away. Their problem has been their defense. They've conceded 15 goals in 10 away games, but they're playing Montreal, who have a bad offense, so they shouldn't have that much of a struggle here. And with good players at their disposal that will be playing in this game, that we don't have to worry about them being called up international wise with Evander, Orellano, and Denki. Cincinnati can either keep up with Montreal if Montreal even managed to score, or if anything, outscore them. I can see Cincinnati winning this game as well. Montreal don't play possession of the ball, and they're weak at defending the wings, while Cincinnati love to play down the wings. So I just don't see them losing this game. A good matchup here. So I like Cincinnati plus 0.5 going against Montreal. And in the second play, this one is in the Club World Cup, and that's Dortmund to score at least 2 going up against Ulsan. It's the last game in the group, and Dortmund need to win if they want any chance to get first place. And they won't stop if they're just winning by 1 goal, because they're the reason why their second place is due to goal difference. So they need to win by 2 or 3 if they want any chance to get that first place spot, unless Fluminense somehow lose their game. Fluminense scores 4 goals against Ulsan with 70% possession. They took 25 shots and 8 of them being on target. So I expect a similar possession for Dortmund. I expect them to control the ball here. It's a morale boost. Dortmund just came in the second game from scoring 4 goals against Mamelodi with only 41% possession of the ball and scoring 4 goals from 6 shots on target. And Ulsan also allow a lot of possession in general. Not only did I mention they allowed a lot during the game against Fluminense, but they also allowed a lot of possession to the opposing team against Mamelodi, who they themselves, the South African team, had 68% of the ball and took 14 shots. So Dortmund will have plenty of opportunities to score. Like I mentioned, they need to win by 2 or 3 if they want a chance to get that first place spot. So I see them being aggressive this game. And even before the Club World Cup, at the end of the season, Dortmund has scored 2+ in the last 9 out of 10 games. Good quality team playing against a team that's all but out. They are out of this competition, so I expect them to go out there and score some goals. So I like Dortmund to go higher than 1.5 goals against Ulsan, and I have this slip for -136. My second money line play, I got this for -137, and the first play is to higher than 0.5 first half goals in the Colorado and LA Galaxy game. First of all, Colorado is playing a horrible defense in LA Galaxy, who have conceded 24 goals and 10 away games. So on average, they've conceded more than 2 goals a game away from home. They are actually the worst away defense in the league. So Colorado will have plenty of opportunities to score. This play, with Colorado being at home and LA Galaxy being away, has sit in 80% of games respectively for the first half in those games. So it's a good hit rate as well. Besides, Galaxy can also score themselves. They have scored 10 goals in 10 away games, and they've picked up their scoring form over the last couple of games before they had this little break. So they've been scoring as well. And Colorado themselves also aren't the best defensively at home. They've conceded 14 goals in 10 games at home, with 7 of those, which is half of those, being in the first half. So again, I expect this being a back and forth game. Plenty of opportunities on both sides. I expect at least one team to score. So I like higher than 0.5 first half goals in a Colorado and LA Galaxy game. And the second play to go along with the slip is Orlando plus 0.5 going up against St. Louis. This is just essentially, again, that Orlando won't lose this game. St. Louis have struggled to defend the lead, so even if they do score, Orlando will have plenty of chances to tie the game. That's even if St. Louis managed to score, because they've only scored 17 goals in 18 games so far, so they average a little under a goal a game. So they struggle in the attack in general, while Orlando, on the other hand, away from home, they've played well. They haven't lost 7 out of the 9 games that they've played away from home, so that's good. They have scored 11 goals, so they can score, and they've only conceded 8. So they're a good team away from home, and they still have their full team. Their top contributors, goals and assist wise, Pasalic, Ojeda, and Muriel will all be there, so they have a good quality team. And St. Louis don't play possession of the ball. They're not a clinical team. They're horrible. They've only converted 21% of the shots on target that they've taken, and they can't defend set pieces, which is perfect because Orlando is good at taking those set pieces, and they're much more clinical. Again, St. Louis only convert 21% possession, while Orlando go all the way up to 35%. St. Louis in general in the MLS are winless in their last 13 out of 14 games. That's a 93% hit rate over the last 14 games in the MLS. And Orlando is just in much better form. They have a better team. I don't see them losing this game. That's another team that can either outscore or just keep up with St. Louis if they even manage to score. So I like Orlando plus 0.5 going up against St. Louis, and I have this clip for minus 137. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. Lately, overall, the last couple days, it's just been weird. I know I'm promise you I'm trying my best. But if a lot of the plays have been DMPs, and if they don't DMP, sometimes they miss, sometimes they hit. Overall, it just hasn't been a horrible week or anything like that, but it hasn't been a great week either. For example, this day, both of the plays, player prop wise, that I had in the video, both DMP'd. Caicedo and Cadiu both didn't start the game. And then we had the Panama, Jamaica, and Bayern slip that I had. Bayern was supposed to be the easy play in that game, and that's the one that missed. They lost 1-0, which is very surprising. Panama and Jamaica got that done. I believe they had like 2 or 3 goals in the first half, so that hit. And then I had the 2 added plays. Everton had 1.5 shots. He hit. And then I added a Goblin, and that one missed. So these easy plays that I feel like are easy plays are just not... They're just acting weird. It's just been horrible. I guess the reads have been bad on my part as well. I can't just say it's been a weird day. I need to do better on my reads, so I'll try to do that as well. And then the Honduras and Curaçao game, as I'm recording this video, is currently 1-1, so there's 2 goals. So I'm not sure how that's gonna go. It's not looking great. Hopefully they can end the game there and hit that play. But again, overall, over the last couple of days, there's been a lot of DMPs. Some hit, some miss. So we need to pick up the pace. I like these plays tomorrow. Hopefully we can do that and start making some plays, start sweeping some days, just like I was in the last previous weeks when we were on the great run. And like I mentioned, if I do have any added plays, which I should, because a lot of the games aren't even out yet, it will be in the pinned comment more than likely tomorrow or late tonight. So keep an eye out for those if you do want more plays. But other than that, again, thank you everybody for support, even when these days aren't the best. I really appreciate all you guys' comments, and you guys also texting me in the Discord. It really does mean a lot. Helps me make these videos and helps me keep me motivated even when we don't have great days. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.